Hi guys, we're going to be going through GameStop today. Thanks for clicking on this video. Just before we get into the main topic of the video, which is breaking down some FUD and disproving it, then we'll be looking at the open and buy and sell orders for GameStop, and then we'll be touching upon the reverse repo that has almost hit its all-time high and how that links into GameStop. So just before we get into that, GameStop is currently at $156 a share and just down 2.8% on the day. It went up a little bit in the morning, but has dropped a bit back down. One thing I just want to show here that was brought upon, I've seen this online and a couple of different channels as well, is they're pointing out that GameStop is trading in this channel, and this channel has held, but it's not the actual channel that we're interested in, it's more of the time frames here. So if we go after the last 350, so they both was the 350 spikes, and then the price dropped down dramatically. So if we just expand this channel just so it fits the values, but I'm not going through this just for the highs and lows of the channel. It's more to do with the timelines. You can see here that GameStop is around about here. Sorry, and let me just copy and paste that again. If we look at the timeline here, which is around about 45 days, you can see a similar move where the price started to go up, and this was the next spike. So a lot of people have been speculating that this is another big move, especially due to earnings being around the corner as well. Very similar timeline to what we've just seen. So normally when things are pointed out in terms of YouTube speculation, they're not true. I just don't want to get anyone's hopes and say we're going to see another big price movement up. But this is the thing, there's a lot been speculating, and in terms of that, the timelines do match up with what we've seen previously. So we'll be very interested over the next couple of weeks. But we more care about, well, not even, sorry, the next couple of weeks, the next couple of days. But remember, we're here for the long haul, we're here for the MOAs. So let's just quickly look at this article here. This is how GameStop investors can make their lives much easier. And this is by Wade Duggan. I'm not saying Wade Duggan is a paid shill, but, well, I'm just not saying it. I'm not saying anything about him. So basically he breaks this down into two areas, which is the GME stock conspiracy theories, and this is saying that the bull thesis for GameStop is based around hedge funds historically rigging the game against stocks like GameStop, and they dump billions of dollars into shorting the stock and driving the price into the ground, which they do. I don't think that's a negative point. I think that's not really a conspiracy theory. That is a theory or even a fact at this point. But anyway, thanks Wayne. I was going to call him Doug in there. Sorry, Wayne. GME stock bulls have believe there's a tremendous amount of illegal naked shorting still happening, and they've said that regulators are in on the fraud and look the other way. Well, it's admitted that GameStop admittedly has 140% short interest, and this has gone down, which they will then touch upon here, which is the short stock interest is down about 88%, which is 140 down to whatever level they're saying it is now. I think that's about 20 to 30%, and we know that due to the DD that we have seen, this is because the hedge funds are hiding their position with out of the money options. So this is definitely something that has been proven many times. The short interest on GameStop has speculated being 1,000, 2,000, 5,000% because these hedge funds didn't think they would get caught. It was almost a no-risk situation for them in their mind. They were playing this play with no risk because they just kept on shorting the stock and lowering the price. So I would say the stock conspiracy theories are not conspiracy theories at all. For the record, I've never been paid by a single dollar by a hedge fund, and I suspect virtually no other journalists have. Maybe you haven't, but we know that the US Treasury has been paid a lot by the hedge funds, so it would not shock me that journalists have also been paid too. The transformation story, now this is an area that I am not as strong on. I do believe more of the short interest and the most happening through that side. I know a lot of apes are very happy on GameStop's turnaround. So what they are saying basically here is the revenue's down. It peaked in 2012 and it reported 3% drop with 670 million net losses in 2019. I don't really know what that's got to do with anything because that is under older management, and GameStop does seem to be turning around things in the short term. Where GameStop will be in the long term, I cannot answer that. I think do have a lot of, they are going to have to require to really change their business model, but they are in a bit of a mode. They are the main brick and mortar gaming retail, and they have a lot of forward thinking plans, so I cannot say either way what GameStop is happening. I'm more on the negative short selling side, but I know there is a lot of evidence for that GameStop could be a transformation story as well. Um, and what else are they saying here? Okay, then they go, yes, GameStop could be the next Amazon, next Twitter, next Twitch, but they are saying that a turnaround plan can often go the negative way, which it can. Oh, turnaround plans almost never work. There are exceptions, but why would you invest in a rare exception when you can invest in the rule? You say conspiracy theorists believe the Wall Street is rigged and hedge funds control the market, yet oh, sorry, my cat has just attacked my wire there, but it's fine. Hopefully, we can still go on here. You believe that they pay off the regulators, pressured Robinhood to halt trading, and have journalists like me as puppets. Well, they didn't pressure Robinhood. They are Robinhood. They are the same team, so that's why that happened. Why would you try and win a game that is rigged against you? It's not very smart. Well, the point is, the system is rigged. We're trying to make the system work. We're trying to not beat the system, but we're trying to show the system can work, because it should be a fair market. The price should be where the price needs to be, and because you have leeches on the economy, leeches on companies that are shorting the stock, unfairly creating these shares, creating the downward pressure, creating the FUD, and this is what's causing these companies to go under. And then they close by basically just saying, buy Apple, buy Microsoft, buy Google. Well, there's some bold calls there. Good for him. Yeah, so that's some FUD. Avoid it. I'm not going to shout out the website. Oh yeah, and the financial markets, over 300 billion in penalties since 2000. Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, UBS, Goldman Sachs, all big players, and have massive fines. But oh yeah, they're definitely doing things by the book, and these fines will be definitely undercharged because the system does help them. I'll tell you what, if you and I did the things that Bank of America did, we wouldn't be charged 82 billion. We'd be in jail for the rest of our lives. So that is for darn sure. If we go to the orders by Fidelity customers, you can see that GameStop is actually quite low. I haven't seen it this low in a while. Barely broke the top 20, and it has 3,300 to 1,000, so they are very good positive numbers despite the fact the price is down. Our friends AMC are actually the top stock. Now look at those buy and sell orders, very close to even, but still on the positive side. And finally, where are we with the reverse repo? Well, just shy of $1 trillion, 998 billion. And if we go to the, we have a little drop down here, sorry, not drop down, a page that opens it all up. Let me scroll to the bottom. I should just use the side. You can see that we are touching upon that trillion mark. We did break in the last day of July, and hasn't been there since, but looks like it's rising again. So let's see if we get another trillion tonight. I'm pretty bullish on that. That's one thing I'm bullish. But if you look at this timeline, I mean, pre the GameStop morass, there was no reverse repo at all, and then as soon as, sorry, not the pre-short squeeze, sorry, and then as soon as it happens, these numbers are up. So there's definitely something up with this. The Reddit DD does state this, but I do need to look into it more myself, but definitely interesting to follow nonetheless. Right guys, just want to say thank you all for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing if you're not already, and I'll catch you guys next time.